Hey peeps in YouTube land, Asenva entre here to do a Doll Family body review. Let's get started. So starting off in the head, he actually has a peg system for the head. There's no magnets, which to my surprise works really well. It has these 3 holes here that will match up with the 3 pegs that are here. And in the inside, you can see he has putty for the eyes. His S-hook is right here, and at the very bottom right there, you can see that it has the cross for when you take off the head cap. You pull up and then you twist it and it will release the S-hook in there. And that's pretty much the head cap. So his head actually has a really good range of motion. It can actually go from side, and it can actually look up a little, and it can go to the right. And he can look down to an extent, and then look back up at level point. As you have been noticing, if you've heard, he's very squeaky. He came to me very tightly strung, so every little movement that I do for him, it kind of gives a nice squeak. So go ahead and excuse me for the doll nudity, but I'm doing a body review, and the best way to look at him is if he doesn't have any clothes on. So let's look at the arms. It does have the socket for the ball joint for the arm here. The elbow right here has has a really nice piece here. It looks like the peanut system, but it's got a curve to the elbow at the end, so it's not just that portion here. It's got another part here that makes it look more lifelike, in my opinion. And it's really good. He is double jointed, and because of this system that they have, it's really good at posing. His arms are fantastic when it comes to posing. And since he's so tightly strung, I haven't had to sway him. He actually keeps his poses very well by himself. His hands, he doesn't have a separate floating piece for the wrist up here. It is actually just that hand, it's just that one piece, and it is connected with an S-hook, and that's the elastic inside of there. I love how they did the hands. The hands are really, really nice. I was actually curious about them when I was going to be buying him, because I hadn't seen a lot of people focus too much on the hands, and hands are a big thing to me. So when I got him in, and I got to see his hands, I was very pleased. They look really nice. Into a piano. Another really interesting part about him is his torso joint here. He does have the ability to slouch backwards like this because he has this joint right here, and he does have a way that he can slouch forward. There is oh, it's kind of dirty. There is a slight bump there, but it doesn't really hold. And I don't know if that's just my guy, if he just didn't come with the resin sculpted like that to where it could hold it there. But I mean, I imagine that was the purpose. That little bead was there so he could slouch without it going all the way. It should have stopped him from doing that, but it really doesn't. But like I said, so he can have a curve to himself because of this joint right here. I really don't utilize this joint too much though. It honestly can't really go side to side as much. Moving down to his hips and his thigh joints, he has no other joint. My Resin Soul Gang has a separate piece down here, which enables him to slouch here as well. But he doesn't have anything, and I actually like it like this better because it doesn't. He doesn't move as much, and he'll be able to just set up. There's nothing here that will there's no pieces that clash together. He just will be able to sit up since this is all just one part right here. The thighs though, he does have a swiveling joint right here, and it has this really cool teethed area here, so it adds a little bit of traction to it, so it's not swiveling all over the place. It does take a bit for it to go to one place to another because it has those. If you can see that, he's got parts that match this one up here with the teeth joined, kind of like gears. And it works really well for his body because it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't like freely jump everywhere. It kind of keeps his legs, like if I want him just like this, it'll keep it in place, but if I want to tilt it to the side, it clicks and it can move to one side. Moving down even more, we have his legs. Once again, we see this lovely piece again. It looks like it is like the peanut system type deal, but it has that extra piece of resin that comes out to make it look more like a knee, rather than just a piece that's just sticking out here. So I really do like how they did this. Double jointed once again, so he has a really good range of movement for his knees and different things that he can hold in position. The back of the knee here, it does look very similar to like the doll zone joints, how it has that the open area here and you can see the elastic through it. But it's a really nicely sculpted leg, how they put this together. To me, it looks really lifelike, and I like it a lot. And it locks into place so nicely. Like everything fits together so nicely. Going down to the feet here, this is my only, I guess, qualm about this sculpt, is that there's not too much range of movement that his feet can do, because there's no, like, I mean, there is no, like, real, like, ball joint here, like he has in his wrist. His wrist here, it has this ball which enables him to move it all around and whatnot. But when you look at his foot, it's just the foot. There's no ball at all, so it just kind of stays in place. It's good in a way because it helps him stand better, and it also helps him keep his place, like his feet don't go all crazy if I try to put them in shoes or anything like that. And since he doesn't have the ball joint, it's just a straight leg with the foot. I mean, it doesn't have that cool looking like he has an ankle type deal. It's just straightforward like this. All in all, the body is really nice for the Doll Family dolls. They do come pretty tight. Well, mine came pretty tightly strung. The resin is very thick. Like, they did a really good job in casting it. It's not thinly cast. There's a good layer of resin in there. So he's pretty solid whenever he stands or whenever he's moving around. So I really do like this body a lot. Like I said, the only, I think, cons to it would be the feet, that it doesn't have a ball joint, but that's not really any big deal. He poses really well, though. I think he's also a really affordable doll. I think if you're just looking to buy a body, he's not too bad. I have to look it up, and I'll post a link somewhere to show you how much the body costs. But I'll do some comparisons to the other resins that I have so you can see. Unfortunately, I don't have the best lighting, but just to do a couple of resin comparisons, this is the Doll Zone, I guess, normal skin compared to the Doll Family normal skin. So you can see that the Doll Zone skin is a little bit more almost yellow to me than the Doll Family skin is. I really wish that you could see this better, but this is all I can do, I'm sorry. This is the Fantasy Doll normal skin, and it also kind of does give off a more yellow look as well, I think, in my opinion. This is Resin Soul and Doll Family put together. I think they're actually a pretty good match, so if maybe you're looking into getting a Resin Soul doll and you want a different body, this one may actually work pretty well as far as resin comparisons go for normal skin to normal skin. Yep, and that's my boy.